skin. So I wasn't recording the entire time. I was just been talking. I'm glad I noticed it before. This video is gonna be a little different than the normal. So you guys are used to seeing me hanging out with my friends, going out to eat, traveling a little bit, being a student trying to get into vet school. That's what my channel's mainly been about. But today's video is gonna be a little different. I thought it's important for me to kind of express my lock journey, being that I have shorter locks. I always was told, or even from watching YouTube videos, that you should start your lock journey with longer locks. But I feel as though that's not necessary. I feel as long as you're able to maintain them and keep them in their formation without them uncoiling, you can have them. And to me, my hair was long. Like, I'm used to having ball fade, or I have a taper. Like, you see my hair is tapered on the side. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I need to figure it out because it's like, it's starting to look really fluffy. But that's who I was. I'm now starting to let it grow out a little bit, and I'm trying to let it grow out a little bit, and I don't know what to do with it. But to me, my hair was long. I used to do like natural styles, like finger coil, 2-strand twist, and they'll come out bomb, like they look great. But after a week of having them in, they start to fall down, they start to look crazy, you wash it, and it's all done. The thing that I like about having locks, or as of now, they're basically twists, in the background. But as of now, they're in that state where they're coming from comb coils and kind of starting to bud a little bit. I'm gonna show you some of them. Like this one here. I don't know if you can see it. Go this way. So this is a bud right here. It's starting to bud. So now that's actually happening all over. I have another one here. Starting to bud a little bit. And then I had a really big one. I think this is the one right here. Looks like, if you can ever see it. Sorry. You see it's like a bud right there? So I'm in the budding process. So I'm in a phase where my comb coils are now starting to vanish, and they're starting to bud where they're starting to swell a little bit, which I'm excited for. But I thought I should make this video because a lot of YouTubers make videos on them having this super nice like hair that's already nice length to it, so the budding process comes sooner. But me being a person who had relatively shorter hair, I could never really find a video to express what I was feeling, so I thought, why not make it? Initially, when I started my journey, I thought that locks were, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, I thought they were just like matted hair, and I was totally against it. Like, I loved my super curly natural hair, and I will insert some pictures throughout the video of how my hair was before, and then I'll put videos of my month's process. I got my starter locks on August 27th. I went to the salon. My hair was already like kind of starting to freeform, but this is just the remnants of a 2-strand twist. It started August 27th, so September 27th, October 27th, November 27th, December 27th will be my 4th month when I get my 5th retwist. It'll be 4 months of me having this style. It seems like it's been so much longer. I feel as though I'm at least a half a year now, but I'm not. I'm only 4 months, going on 4 months in. But my hair has changed drastically. Like, I remember when I first got my starter locks, those first 2 months, my hair was so dry. I guess I went from a regimen of washing my hair every week, every 2 weeks, to wash my hair at the end of the month. So my head had to get used to me having a new schedule in which I would wash my hair only once a month. So the first 2 months my hair was so dry, I was going there with buildup. I used to watch YouTube videos of people who had so much buildup they had to get their hair shaved off and restarted, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I was in my loctician, like, what can I do to stop it? Like, I could call them, like, I'm stressing because I don't want to start over, because if I start over, I'm not going to want to get to this length again. Even though it's not that long, but for me, I guess I'm more of a professional setting, get my master's degree, going to veterinary school soon. I wanted to, when I start veterinary school, it looks like this, and when I finish it, it looks more professional. I can put it in a nice style, a little length, and I don't have to worry about being so fuzzy. So if I had to restart, I probably would not have continued. My loctician reassured me that it's just dry skin. It's fine. You're gonna have dry skin with this hair. Just get used to it. But the 3rd month, which towards the end of my 2nd month, going to my 3rd month, which I'm in now, I've noticed that the amount of dry skin is not nearly as much. A, because I started using more oils to keep my hair hydrated, and I also spray water. on my hair, which you think, oh, water on Locs is gonna be frizzy, you don't want that. But it actually is really cool to spray water, because I feel the water actually helps. So I've always been told that dreads like to be dry. The drier the dread, the more it'll lock. And when you spray water on it, it's like, for example, let's say you take a shower, you wash your hair, and you don't condition it, and you get out and you just let it dry. Your hair is naturally gonna wanna shrink up and coil within each other. So having starter locks or Locs is basically the same situation, but you're not combing it out, you're not in conditioning. So your hair is basically, over the months of you washing it and not conditioning and not combing it out, it's coiling around each other. So by me doing like intermittent watering my hair, basically, it's helping it to form that dry and that seal. And with the oil, it helps it to keep my scalp dry. So what I started to do is I'll wake up in the morning, I would spray my moisture, which I'll get into my products. I'll get into it now. So a product that I initially be using, I was using like the little bottles you get from Walmart of like tea tree oil, olive oil. I had peppermint oil. Those get expensive. And I was like, I would mix them together and you'll have this little concoction of this oil, and it's like, is this even enough? Is it too concentrated? I don't know what I'm putting on my hair. So, and then I got a black Jamaican castor oil. I had all these different solutions I was spraying my hair. I had, this one was tea tree and water, rose water, and this and this. I felt that was just too much different oils. And I had one that was combined with all of them. Then I had different concentration of it, and it was just too much. I said, this is not what I signed up for. So my most recent trip to my loctician, she actually has, I go to Loc Nation in Greensboro. She has this oil called the Healer, which is here, which is Loc Nation. Let me get closer. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's called Loc Nation. It's called the Healer, and it contains olive oil, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, rosemary oil, castor oil, coconut oil, oregano oil, and natural fragrances. So I like this, I love it, but I like to be able to spray my hair, so I actually diluted it to a few different concentrations. I'm a science major, I'm a science master student. I make dilution, that's what I do. So I made one dilution, which is a 1-to-1, which is the 50% oil, 50% water, and this is what I initially started using. But I felt as though it was making my hair a little bit too moist, because your hair makes natural oils anyway. So I went from using this directly to using 50% of it, which still caused my hair to feel a little bit too much oil in my hair. So I went from there and I actually did an 80 to 20% ratio. You see here, and the rest of it is 20% oil and the rest of it is 80% water. So I've been using this daily. I spray it on when I first wake up to help loosen my hair up, and it really keeps my hair fresh. It keeps it moist, and it keeps it just, keeps me feeling good. And when it starts to feel dry, or if I don't want to put oil, I have a container with just water that I'll spray on it. This causes it to a little bit more frizzy, but I'm kind of to a point obsessed with the frizziness. I feel as though it's a process I'm in, and if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. It's my hair. So those are the oils I basically use. I stopped using anything else. It's the only thing I use, and I've noticed I haven't had any flakiness. And it also I've heard it's good for your beard too, so a little bit runs down my beard and it's fine. But like I said, I'm in my fourth month, going into my fifth month. I don't remember, too much math, and I had a shot or two. But what I've noticed is that it's really starting to evolve. Like, I remember when I first had my comb oil, the issue I was having was I felt as though it was too thin. I was like, my hair is too thin. Like, I was like, I want my locks to look like his. She was like, my locks was like, everybody's hair is different. Your hair's not gonna look exactly like his. So I was always comparing my hair to other people's hair, and that's the number one rule with having your locks. Do not compare it to other people's hair, because you will be let down. Your hair is gonna go through its own journey. You have to accept that journey. You can't let anybody else's lock journey determine how your journey is gonna be. Some people may have more curly hair, and their hair locks up within 6 months. Some people may have more straighter hair, like mine, which is kind of in the middle. And I'm on 4 months, and some of them still feel they might unravel. You can't compare your journey to somebody else's journey. You have to just live your own journey. Go through your lock journey like your life. Live it every day, and it's hoping that something changes. I guess not hoping something changes. It's hoping that you'll wake up and it'll be locked. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm here. This is where I'm at. I just want you to see. So this is what my 3 months looks like. my parts are still visible. I got my retwist. It'll be a week this Wednesday. But you can see that my parts are still visible. They're a little bit over my ear. You can see some of them are starting to bud at a faster rate than others. But yeah, that's what it is. And they really they're starting to hold their shape now. Like, I'm less worried about them uncoiling because I've had them in so long they kind of get used to being in this format. I've had a few of them that I had to merge together. Like, I had one in the front, I think it's this one. Was it this one? Or is it, I don't know. I can't even tell, because there was one that was really thin that I merged together, so now it was 2 to 1. And I also had one in the back, which was actually not this one. This one. It was this one right here. This one was actually 2, but I merged it to 1. And that's the issue I feel that a lot of people have with their shorter starter locks, is that thinning. You know, it's hard to actually know how your hair looks like when it's in the back and it's super short, unless you are taking pictures all day, which is what I used to do. But now I'm kind of just letting it do what it do. Because you can feel it, you can feel like, okay, this lock feels thin, but when you actually look at the picture, it feels good. And that's what I used to do all the time. I used to feel like, okay, this one looks bad. I used to always be in the mirror with my clamps trying to retwist it. One time I was doing one on this side and I actually got loose, had to go back to the loctician, get her to do it, and I had to explain to her why it messed up. But once I kind of started to let them do what they do, that's when they really started to do what they're gonna do. They really started to lock, and I really noticed the difference in my hair. And now they're at the point where I can like put her in my hands through it. I don't have to worry about them unraveling. I haven't tried to do any styles with them yet because I'm not there yet. I kind of like to look with it in my face and have my windows peak. I don't put my hair back. I really just wake up. Where my hair lays is where I go and get up and go. And I get compliments on it all the time about how it's super neat. And all I do is literally I wrap my hair up when I get home, when I go to bed, wake up, and go to my day. And as the days go on with it, you kind of forget that it's there. Like, of course, when I use the bathroom, I look at it and I check it out a little bit. But for the most part, I just continue going through my work day like as if I have a regular hairstyle. Every now and then I'll like do like something like this, like my hair is super long, or I do like a little hair flip, but it's not that long. I just like to, no, I guess over exaggerated, because one day it will be at that length. And something that I also noticed is that this is a revolution. Like, I started my locks, and as soon as I started my lock journey, as soon as I got them, my starter lock, I saw so many people with them. I went to a festival here in Greensboro, and so many people had starter locks or had dreadlocks, like different lengths, different textures, different styles. So like, this is something I'm so glad to be a part of now. I guess one thing that another con that I have is the hair in the back, because my hair was already thinner in the back. I used to get like the taper in the back, so it already was a little thinner. So like the first few months, I used to always like worry about it being too thin. But this most recent retwist, a lot of my hair in the back has really kind of caught itself. I have a few that I still like touch every now and then to see what's going on. For the most part, everything's kind of like holding its ground. Everything looks fine. It feels super great. I'm not worried about uncoiling or anything like that. Because a lot of my coils are actually leaving. I kind of just have like the more like the hair just kind of stuck together. And I actually like that. But it's just a journey. Like I said, I had to fuse one of them together, but it's just something that, you know, you go through. And it's cool because everybody's journey is different. I'm starting to realize now, the more I stress about my hair, the less it grows. And I look forward to getting my hair redone, because just seeing once a month, just seeing how much it's grown in a month is like shocking to me. And it's like every week I'm like, okay, 2 weeks now, 2 more weeks to go. Then on that third week I'm like, okay, you know, it's week 3, I gotta go 2 more weeks, and then depending on the month, some months are longer than others. But so far I've loved my journey. If you have any questions about my hair, what caused me to do it, what other issues I have with it, please just let me know, put it in the comment box. And then I'll add pictures throughout the video of my lock journey, and feel free to share with your friends. I'm here to go through the journey with you, and hopefully I can look back at my videos at a year and be like, wow, my hair was super short, and hopefully I still have it and it's super healthy. We'll help you guys about my next journey. So until next time, stay easy, be breezy.